Hello, fellow Hyundai dealers. I hope you and your families are enjoying a nice start to the fall season. I reach out to provide a recap of our most recent National Dealer Council meeting and the most recent NADA Dealer Attitude Survey. I'll be joined by Randy Parker, your newly appointed CEO of Hyundai Motor America. Before I jump into the recap, I'd like to take a moment and say it was great to see so many of you out in Las Vegas for the North American Dealer Meeting. Hard to believe it's been 3 years since we had our last in-person North American Dealer Meeting. The feedback from the meeting was very positive. The new product coming our way looks very impressive, especially the completely redesigned Santa Fe we'll see in a few years. HMA will send out a recap of that meeting, so be sure to be on the lookout for that. Our September National Dealer Council meeting covered the gamut: after sales, RX rewards, incentives, product marketing, and more. From a strategic perspective, we also took time to unpack the recently passed Inflation Reduction Act and its potential impact on our business here in the U.S. After sales. For those of you who attended the North American Dealer Meeting, you heard me share our number one mission in after sales. If we tell our customers we have America's best warranty, we must deliver America's best warranty process. There was a lot of dealer applause after that comment, which is a clear indication to Dealer Council and HMA that we need to work together to improve the warranty process for dealers and, most importantly, for our customers. Probably the single most impactful way we can improve our warranty process is to make the engine prior approval process better. Happy to say HMA agrees, and we're working together to make progress here. Back in August, you should have received a communication from HMA After Sales letting you know how many PA interactions on average it takes to get an engine approved at your dealership. At the time of that letter, the nationwide average was 3.7 interactions per approval. Our North Star here is 1, of course, but we'll work to get that number south of 3 and then south of 2 as quickly as possible. Doing so will free up thousands of days of loaner car availability, improve technician and service advisor morale, not to mention raise customer satisfaction for the entire dealer network. HMA is in the process of assessing the efficacy of having dedicated PA agents who specialize in engine prior approvals. Initial data shows this has reduced the number of PA interactions dramatically and sped up the process for dealers. More to come in that regard. Technician retention has been and will continue to be a key topic of discussion for Dealer Council and HMA. The recently launched TechStar program has helped in that we are now rewarding, in a more meaningful way, these key team members. Further, we'll continue to look at ways of increasing warranty pay for our technicians. On that note, please be sure to have your techs use the labor time review process to request additional warranty pay where the current labor time is not sufficient. Now that this process is streamlined, we're having much more success in getting warranty labor times increased. Finally, in addition to pay, we want to make life easier for technicians. One initiative HMA shared with Dealer Council is the elimination of punch times for certain warranty repairs through the use of STUI. More to come in that regard, but it's a good step for improving the working conditions for our technicians and making Hyundai dealerships more attractive to potential technicians considering joining the Hyundai family. In terms of sales and profitability, I'm going to turn it over to your newly appointed CEO, Randy Parker, for an overview.
Thanks, Kevin. I'll say it again. There's never been a better time to be a Hyundai dealer. Our products are strong, and our vehicles no longer rely on heavy discounts or incentives. America is definitely willing to pay more for our products, and you, the dealer, are benefiting from higher transaction prices that have closed the gap versus Honda and Toyota and have surpassed Subaru and Nissan. We are no longer the affordable brand. We are now valuable. I'm excited about the success of our dealer network strategy. Hyundai is increasingly sought after, and according to the latest Kerrigan survey, Hyundai is ranked second in franchise valuations. And we're coming after Toyota to take over the #1 spot. Now let's talk about the third quarter. What a strong performance. Thank you for the fantastic sales start as your new CEO of this company. We already know August was off the charts, and in Q3, we continue to outperform the industry and grow year over year from both a sales and market share perspective. Now let's rinse and repeat in Q4. We have 71% of our dealers hitting 100% of their DPB objective. For the year, we are forecasting an average dealer net profit of $4.5 million, up an incredible 7.3% year over year. With year to date, the average return on sales is 7.1%, up a whopping 23% year over year. 2021 was almost 2.5 times that of 2020, and we are on pace for back-to-back all-time record profits in 2022. As a reminder, we have had zero, and I mean zero, fleet sales year to date to protect retail volume and your profit. We are the only mainstream automaker to record zero fleet sales so far this year. We are committed to supporting our retail network. As further support, by keeping our dealer count the same at 832, this will provide greater throughput as we continue to fill your lots with the most popular vehicles by boosting production by 30 to 35% during the second half of the year to further increase sales and your profit. Now, I'll pass it back to Kevin for a recap of some other key topics from our meeting. Kevin?
Thanks, Randy. Now that we've been live on the RX Rewards program for a while, HMA and Dealer Council reviewed data regarding this program. As you know, the current target levels are $939 for HRX sales and $899 for HVX service. While a substantial portion of the dealer body is hitting the HRX sales target, the majority of the dealer network is not hitting the HVX service target, and thus not earning $200 under that pillar. Dealer Council requested a best ball for HVX service, whereby dealers would get paid based on the better of their 1-month and 3-month HVX score. We requested this best ball option for the third quarter. In the end, the best ball was granted by HMA for the month of July. Going forward, we'll continue our focus on this program to ensure as many dealers as possible are receiving payout under this program. Distribution continues to be an issue, and we're working with Glovis to determine the ways in which we can get vehicles out of port into dealer lots more quickly. In terms of tracking your inventory, good news on that front. HMA ran a very successful pilot with a technology called VinView. More to come in this regard, but this technology proved extremely helpful for pilot dealers to pinpoint where their vehicles were at any given point in time. With respect to product, Dealer Council appreciates the increased Ioniq 5 limited trim level mix planned for 2023. With respect to plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, Dealer Council continues to advocate that these vehicles should be distributed nationwide. Given the substantial investment dealers are making in EV infrastructure, all dealers, regardless of the state in which they operate, should be afforded the opportunity to sell PHEVs. With respect to Hyundai Capital, Dealer Council discussed the current environment of rising interest rates and how this would affect both its retail business as well as wholesale business. With respect to the latter, Dealer Council recommended that HCA look at enhancing the DPR program for dealers who floor plan with Hyundai Capital. As interest rates rise and potentially inventory levels as well, dealers will look more and more at their floor plan options to cut expense. One very important item discussed at Dealer Council and mentioned again at the North American Dealer Meeting is the importance of protecting the dealer network. As dealers make significant investments in facilities to advance their business and the Hyundai brand in their markets, dealers look to the manufacturer to protect the dealer network. As shared at the North American Dealer Meeting, HMA and Dealer Council are aligned as to the importance of the dealer network, and I'll turn it over to Randy to highlight a few items in this regard. Randy?
Thanks, Kevin, and I appreciate you highlighting this very important item. Simply put, HMA and the Dealer Council are on the same page in recognizing the importance of the dealer network. In fact, it's a key part of HMA's strategy going forward. Here are 3 key examples. Number 1, as mentioned previously, HMA will grow sales and market share not by adding hundreds of new dealers, but through our existing dealer network. Our strategy is fewer, bigger, and better dealers making more money with increased throughput at your dealerships. Number 2, HMA is committed to launching new, innovative vehicles like the new Ioniq lineup through our existing dealer network, and no factory direct sales to consumers like other OEMs are considering. Number 3, HMA is committed to getting dealers every possible unit of retail we can. In addition to talking about protecting the dealer network, HMA and the Dealer Council began unpacking the potential implications of the Inflation Reduction Act. There's a lot there to unpack, but rest assured, HMA and the Dealer Council will work best to position the dealer network against any adverse consequences of the IRA. Finally, before turning it over to Kevin to close this out, I want to thank all of you who attended the North American Dealer Meeting in Las Vegas. It was great to see you in person and your excitement over the future of the Hyundai brand. And not to steal Kevin's thunder, but the most recent NADA Dealer Attitude Survey now shows Hyundai in the top 10 of all brands in terms of franchise value. Thank you for your vote of confidence, and let's have a great fourth quarter and close out the year.
Thanks, Randy. As Randy mentioned, Hyundai has made some great strides in franchise value in the most recent NADA Dealer Attitude Survey. It's clear the dealer body feels the value of their Hyundai franchise is very strong currently and has great confidence in its future franchise value. In fact, Hyundai now has the fourth highest blue sky multiple in the non-luxury market. In terms of takeaways for the Dealer Council, we understand the need to continue to work on policies and procedures. Your direction in that regard is clear, and we'll continue our work to make processes more efficient for dealers and their team members. One note of thanks on the NADA Dealer Attitude Survey. Your response regarding Dealer Council to dealer communications went up significantly. On behalf of the entire Dealer Council, both national and regional, I thank you for that. We'll continue our work to make communication even better. Thank you for your engagement in this council process. Finally, September, as you know, was National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. On behalf of your Hyundai Hope on Wheels Chairman Jamie Offenberg and the entire board, thank you for your support and engagement in Hyundai Hope on Wheels. This year, we surpassed $200 million in pediatric cancer research grants in our 24-year history. Your efforts are saving lives, and the doctors, parents, and children fighting pediatric cancer, thank you sincerely. To all my fellow Hyundai dealers, thank you for taking the time to listen, and on behalf of the entire National Dealer Council, we appreciate the opportunity to serve you and wish you all the best for a very successful fall season.